It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Thursday, December 22nd. I'm Michael Groff. A couple of rounds of storm systems will be coming through here the next few days. Round one is affecting us already this morning. Periods of moderate to heavy rain have been coming down overnight. A quarter to a half inch has already fallen in spots. Some places out in western Arizona and southeast California have picked up nearly an inch of rain already. Then round two comes in here Christmas Eve, a much colder system. So Christmas Day looks chilly. And then there could even be a third storm system to talk about, although that's very much up in the air for next week. So a lot to get into. Let's go out there and discuss this morning. The view towards South Mountain, you can't even see most of the valley on the cam there, as low clouds, rain, some fog has obscured the view. On the freeway cams, you see that there are some slick streets out there, so be careful this morning. Not seeing a lot of urban flooding right now, but certainly some puddles on the roads, so watch out for that. And as we continue to get more rain through the morning hours, I imagine those conditions will get a little bit worse for the rush hour. Here at 4:30 a.m., we're looking at cloudy skies, moderate rain, visibility 2.5 miles at Sky Harbor, temperature 59 degrees, another very warm start to the day. Dew point's also 59, so relative humidity 100%. The winds are calm, the barometer is falling. Temperatures across the area this morning pretty uniform. With all the clouds and rain, we're in the mid-50s to low 60s. Yesterday in the valley, we had a low of 59. That set a new record warm low temperature for the date. And if we don't get below 58 today, we'll at least tie another record warm low temperature. So we'll see. Clouds on the satellite picture, plenty of those wrapping around an upper low to our southwest. On the radar, the first band of precipitation moving out of the valley right now. The heaviest precipitation right now is at 4:25 a.m. near Carefree, Cave Creek, up toward the mountains north and east of Phoenix around Payson. Heading up to Camp Verde or Prescott, certainly going to run into some rain. North Phoenix still seeing some showers, and light showers will continue. Another band of showers will come through later this morning. On the watch warning map, flash flood watches for southwest Arizona and southeast California, including Yuma and La Paz counties, as well as eastern Riverside and Imperial counties. So places like Yuma, Quartzsite, Parker, Blythe, El Centro, and Imperial under the gun for the possibility of flash flooding today. Here in the valley, I think our risk is urban flooding, and so we'll watch out for that. The ordinarily dry washes will be running. The usual susceptible low spots, always have to be careful for the possibility of that. Elsewhere, we have winter storm watches and warnings for the Sierra, as well as Utah, Idaho, sections of northern Montana. Some winter weather conditions eventually possible as well in New Mexico and Colorado later today and tonight. On the convective outlook, no organized areas of severe weather across the country, but some thunder possible here in southern Arizona today. We'll talk about that and all of the other details of our forecast as we get out to the models. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time today. That old upper low to our southwest begins to transition into more of an open wave type feature, a positive tilt trough. It'll be headed our way through the daytime hours. So periods of rain this morning will start to taper to showers through the day. Might even see a few peaks of sun. And as that happens, along with the trough moving through, the cold pool of air aloft comes in overhead this afternoon. And this is the instability parameter, the CAPE value, the convective available potential energy. At 11 a.m. this morning, you see values a few hundred joules per kilogram here over south central Arizona. That's just enough for isolated thunderstorms to develop. So again, showers this morning, scattered showers this afternoon with isolated thunderstorms. You get under one of those, it could produce some locally heavy rain. This is the HRRR model this afternoon at 1 p.m., the high-res HRRR, and it shows scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms. Then, later today, that starts to decrease. Tonight, we see a decreasing trend, but still a slight chance of showers. Tomorrow morning, the big threat might be patches of fog. Don't think it's going to be a widespread fog event. We'll still have some wraparound moisture, some clouds overhead, so radiational cooling won't be ideal to form a bunch of fog, but certainly out toward western Arizona and southeast California, I would say that'd be a bigger risk. But here in the valley, could still run into a few patches, so watch out for that tomorrow morning. Then through the day, partly sunny skies on Friday, high temps mainly in the mid-60s, with a slight chance of showers. This is Christmas Eve at 5 a.m. You see a cold front beginning to approach our area, surface low just north of Las Vegas, and that front over southeast California. And with it, clouds will be on the increase. Winds will be on the increase through the day. And I think we actually hit our high temperature in the midday hours. We might top out in the low 60s, but then as that front comes in, the rain hits us by, I would say, mid-afternoon. Between about 2 and 5 p.m., we start to see the rain increasing here. Winds will pick up. Southwest to westerly winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Could see some higher gusts at times. And with that cold front, a little forced descent, a little bit of instability. Cape values, a couple hundred joules per kilogram. So the possibility of an isolated thunderstorm with that frontal passage still not out of the question. And these are temperatures at 5 p.m. on Christmas Eve. I mentioned our highs may occur in the midday because by the afternoon, look at these values. Temps upper 40s to low 50s here in the valley. It'll be very chilly. So if you're heading out someplace Christmas Eve in the afternoon or evening hours, bring an umbrella, put on a jacket. It's going to be cold and windy. That rain begins to taper off by late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and then Christmas Day doesn't look too bad. It will be chilly, though. Partly sunny skies. There is a very slight chance of a shower through the day, but the bigger issue will be the colder temperatures. Highs only in the low to mid-50s. Christmas night's pretty chilly. We'll have lows in the 30s to low 40s. And then Monday looks like a pretty nice day, partly sunny skies. But we do note another piece of energy breaking off from the main flow off the Southern California coast. We'll watch that next week. Tuesday looks pretty dry, mostly sunny skies, high temps mid to upper 60s. Wednesday, I think we're mostly dry, high temps in the mid to upper 60s, could even touch 70 degrees. Then we run into a pretty big question mark next Thursday. This is a week from today, the 29th of December. Another cutoff low just off the Baja coast or perhaps over northwest Mexico. And with that, more moisture being brought into the state and another round of rain possible. And we've seen every kind of lookout here over the last few days on the GFS. We've seen anything from a ridge building in, a deep trough from the north, and now a cutoff low over the southwest part of the U.S. So just not real sure on anything out here. The European isn't much help either. This is the Euro next Thursday afternoon, and that's a very chaotic pattern. A ridge off the west coast. There's a low somewhere, a very weak low, and a wave feature here over southern Arizona, and a series of short wave features across much of North America. Very complicated, convoluted sort of pattern. So that's not going to provide much help. If this verifies, if the GFS solution verifies, yes, we'd have another round of decent rain here late next week. So we'll keep an eye on it, but for now, very low confidence in that. Going out further, this is the GFS, Friday, December 30th, and it looks like a shortwave ridge trying to build back in as that low moves off to the east over New Mexico. Temperatures would moderate a bit after we dropped into the low 60s. We'd be coming back up into the mid and upper 60s. And then this is the end of the forecast period and the end of the year 2016. The last day, December 31st, and a ridge over the Rockies and the Central Plains, a trough sliding down the west coast. We'd be between those. Southwesterly winds increasing. High temps would be very mild, near 70, and maybe a few clouds on the increase. This is the rainfall for the next 5 days. So counting today's system and the system in here on Christmas Eve. And you can see values 1 to 1.5 inches here in the valley. Heavier rains, the mountains north and east of Phoenix and over the northwest plateau of Arizona. Very impressive rains up there by Kingman. And some rain and snow for places like the Grand Canyon and Flagstaff. So very good news. And here's a graphic that I haven't shown you in a while. This is the European 51-member ensemble. This is the rainfall for the next 45 days. And don't get bogged down in any specific day here, but this is counting the rain we're getting now, plus the rain that we are expecting for the next, month and a half or so. So this is through early February, and this is suggesting amounts. The ensemble mean is at the bottom of your screen there. Amounts up to about 4 inches. You see some of those individual members are showing 6 and 7, 8 inches of rain, but for the most part, the mean is around 4 inches of rain. That's very good news, especially considering that this is supposed to be a very dry winter with a La Nina pattern setting up, making up for last year's El Nino, which was supposed to be a big rain event for us and turned out to be a bust. And that's the wacky nature of weather patterns. All right, temperatures through the period, and I'll just give you one final footnote here to our video for today. 26 years ago today, December 22nd, 1990, was the last time measurable snow fell at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. 0.4 inches of snow, and I was in 7th grade when that happened. That was an exciting day around here. No snow today. Not with these temperatures. We'll be up somewhere in the mid-60s this afternoon. Could even be up toward the upper 60s. We'll just have to see if any sun peeks out. That high of 61 on Christmas Eve. Again, I would caution you, that's middle part of the day. And then we'll be dropping through the afternoon. And then Christmas Day looks to be the coldest of the next 16. And that is a look at the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Our next video by tomorrow morning. Thanks as always so much for watching. And get out and enjoy the rain, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow.